we head down to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania to look at last year's draft pick, Todd Ortiz. He did have one start in AAA, but through 6 starts, he's 2-2 with an ERA of 5.46. We're going to player lock with him in this matchup. So we gave up a jack. Turns out, maybe it's just me being an idiot, but on a 3-1 count right down the middle, he just took it downtown. So it's my bad. But we did get a flyout as well. We are facing the Akron Rubber Duckies. That is the first ball. We're already 11 pitches into this at-bat. And he gets the strikeout looking on Adam Frazier, the former major leaguer. Now, Gabriel Rodriguez is up. The changeup is a ball. So he's got a changeup, a splitter, and a cutter as his breaking balls. 0-2 count. I don't know about that one, Blue. That one, I think, was a strike. But, you know, what do I know? He's going to hit that deep into right field. And we're going to, through one, only have 1 run allowed. Top of the second. I'm pretty sure we used to have Mitch, or I might have had him in an old, maybe last year's show. I don't know. Either way, he looks, well, that name just rings a bell. Beautiful cutter, though. And you're wondering why we're looking at the minor league system, because it is the draft special. What a beautiful strikeout looking. And might as well look at last year's first round pick, Todd Ortiz. He is the highest projected, potential player that we found in this series so far at a 93 and only a 71 overall. Soriano's still the highest overall guy that I've seen in any of these draft classes so far at a 75, but he's beat potential. Todd Ortiz is the highest overall rating we've gotten. A beautiful cutter, back-to-back strikeouts for the young man, as it seems like he's slowly settling in to the start. Great low changeup. Ooh, a beautiful splitter. And then we're going to go with the high stinky cheddar to hopefully strike him out. He fouls it off. We'll go with the high inside cutter. He strikes out looking. 3 straight strikeouts for Todd Ortiz. Sadly, the bats aren't producing. The AA team is not that good. But Rochester is like 4 or 5 games above 500. They're like 41-36 last time I checked. So that's a positive. We are going to look at some of those guys' stats as well, as that's going to be a base hit. Great stop by the shortstop, but not good enough. So now we got a runner on. Let's see what Todd Ortiz can do. Last time we saw him in this series, he was in AAA. He kind of got rocked. Had him a couple more starts. That's a steal. Oh, great job by Rex Yoshida to catch him. What a great arm. The splitter is low. But we will be going over kind of what we're looking for. Obviously, with the 5th overall pick, your options are a little bit more open compared to middle to late first rounders. You kind of look for the best available player, even if you're already good at, say, shortstop as we walk, the 9-hitter. Like, I think our outfield is solidified with Elijah Green, Milt Benjamin, and Kevin Soriano, as he gives up another base hit. But if the best available player at 5 is an outfielder, I'm not going to be opposed to it. Plus, we might be leaning towards moving Soriano to first, potentially, because his arm is not the best, or he could be the DH, him or Benjamin. But the thing is, Benjamin has such an arm that once that durability goes up, he's going to be a left fielder, as it's caught out in left field in foul territory, 2 away. So now Adam Frazier is up again, 40 pitches through 3 innings. Again, I'm not super worried about it. This is his first year in the professional ranks, even if it's AA. If his numbers aren't the best, it is what it is. I'm just trying to have him get reps in, as that's going to be a grounder to end the 3rd. So he had a little bit of a rocky 3rd inning, but besides that home run, Todd Ortiz has had a really, really solid start on the mound. As Gabriel Rodriguez, their cleanup hitter, is up now. Ooh, a beautiful cutter. Now let's go with the low outside changeup, and that's a swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Todd Ortiz. We gave up another solo shot, but we did add a run as well, so now it's 2-1. I just left the splitter hanging over the middle, and he took it to town. Oh, 2 count, a great cutter. Beautiful cutter, man. The changeup's not there. Joe Navarro. Oh, just outside in the pitch. Swing and a miss, another strikeout for Todd Ortiz. It's going to be hit and caught in center field. So through 4, only 2 runs, 2 jacks. So still a solid outing for Todd. And they gave us the run support. My goodness. Let's look at the box score. Roy Shambrowski with a double. It looks like Sanchez had a 3-run shot. And then Rex Yoshida had an RBI. So yeah, so far 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts for Todd Ortiz. An 0-2 count again. He had his 7th strikeout. Can he get number 8? No, he cannot, but it's going to be hit to shortstop. What a play by the shortstop to get 2 away. That's what we call a web gem. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What a beautiful web gem. As basically the top of the order again, 60-ish pitches. I'm thinking maybe he's got 1 more inning in him. Who knows? I don't know. I think he does, but pitchers are built different now. That's going to be a hit up the middle. I left the splitter over the middle. Another single. So now we got a runner on 2 outs. 64 pitches. A beautiful fastball to get him high and dry. The cutter way, way, way outside. Now we're going to do a low changeup inside, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Now with runners on 2nd and first. All right, we're in a little pickle here. Now Adam Frazier is up, and ooh, he just fouls off that splitter. Ooh, just fouls off that fastball. And we're going to do a high inside cutter, maybe to get him looking. Just fouls that off as well. Low inside changeup. Way outside. The fastball down the middle, low. And Frazier's battling. He is battling, that is for sure. How about the splitter? Gets it off, but the third baseman gets it. We're secure for the win. So through 5 innings, 73 pitches. Really the only 2 jacks, but other than that, Todd Ortiz has been dealing with 8 strikeouts, 4 or 5 hits, make that 6, and that's easily going to get down for a double, potentially, maybe a triple with his speed. No, a double. Okay, let's see what they got. Low and inside, ball one. Strike. The changeup. It's going to be grounded to first. He's got it. And they move the runner over to third. Joe Navarro is up. A beautiful cutter right down the middle, low and inside. And that's a fly ball deep in left, and that's going to score the sac fly. So now it's a 3-9 game. Hopefully we can get out of this inning. Go 6 strong. Beautiful fastball high and inside. We're going to do the splitter ball. A grounder to first. 7, through 6, excuse me. So Patrick Voss is ready to get out of the bullpen. Swing and a miss on the cutter. And the pitch, it's a foul ball. Third baseman's got it. Now Todd Ortiz has got it. 1 away. As we have Aaron Tomolo up. The cutter. Todd Ortiz is showing off his golden glove. 2 away. The 2-1 count. This is probably going to be Todd Ortiz's last at batter. Foul ball. He's up to 89 pitches. Can he get 7 strong innings? The pitch, the splitter. High and inside, but Roy's got it. 7 strong innings. Todd Ortiz gets the win. 7 innings, 7 hits, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 3 earned. And our bats came to life as they won 13-4 over Akron. We head up to Rochester to look at Robert Faulkner, another former first-round pick, a first-round pick 2 years ago. He was drafted as a shortstop and now is a first baseman because he has terrible arm and fielding, but he's got the power and, he's got the bat, but that is going to be a fly out. So I guess we'll look. So, Robert Faulkner was kind of a disappointment when drafted. His potential was C. And he was a 71, but now he's a 75 since moving him over to first base, which is huge. Seeming how it's one thing we've been very good as we swing and miss. Seems like that's the one thing we've been good in this series is finding guys' best position. Matt Lehman as Faulkner flies out to end the 5th. Like Faulkner, he's a better overall when he's a first baseman. Dwyer, second base. Lehman, a pretty good shortstop. So there is that. And Schwarber as well. We resurrected that man's career. He was an all-star last year, but we basically resurrected his career, becoming a full-time first baseman. As now it's the bottom of the 9th, 0 for 4. Chad Green, former Yankee reliever, is up. So yeah, I figured I would show Faulkner as well as Ortiz, the last 2 first-round picks we've had. Faulkner was the number 2 overall pick 2 years ago. Ortiz was like the 6th overall pick last year as he goes hitless. We're going to quickly look over the futures, and Todd Ortiz is in the ball game. I'm trying to see if anyone else is. We have Corey Chance, a former prospect of ours. Just Todd Ortiz. Well, shout out to Todd Ortiz. It's draft time. We have the 5th overall pick, and I'm looking overall. I'm very nervous about Gil. I think he's a consensus number 1 pick. Greg McGowan, we have him very high on our board. I think I'm leaning towards him. Brandon as well. Bobby Lynn, maybe. Lee, He seems like he's just a very, very good fielder, which I wouldn't completely hate. Mike Zimmerman seems like he could be a stud as well. John Carlos seems like he just has a good bat and arm, which I don't think is a bad thing. Same thing with David. He just seems like a fielder more than anything. Jose Lopez really doesn't have a bat, but is very solid defensively. Juan Rivera could be an option. He can play third, left. His arm isn't going to be the best, but seems like he's going to be a very solid hitter. Then we have Corey Tarvas, who I really want to get in the later rounds. He seems like he's a really good fielder. He's got great pop in terms of left for power and great vision. I really, really like him to be a late round steal as well. Without further ado, let's just hop right into it. Here's what the draft order looks like. Boston, the Yays, the Reds, the Rockies, then us. We do not have a competitive balance. Then we have the 40th pick, no none of that. And same thing with that. And then 78, 108, 138, and 168. So with the first overall pick, the Boston Red Sox are going to take Brandon Gallegos, who we had high on our draft pick. He seems like he's going to be a stud pitcher. It sucks that he got off the board. I was really looking for him, but realistically at 5, you weren't going to get him. With the second overall pick, they take Darren Dixon, the starting pitcher who opted out. We had him very low on our draft pick, on our draft board, but maybe they know something that we don't. And with the third overall pick in the 2026 MLB draft, the Reds select Gil Castro, the number 1 guy, 20-year-old second baseman. As the Rockies will select Giancarlo Benitez. Now it's our pick. So I'm leaning towards Greg McGowan because he really has some stuff, but he did opt out. Bobby Lynn just seems like he has an arm and power. Lee Gleason, nothing special. Mike Zimmerman, he's got the stuff. I think we have no choice. Maybe not no choice, but we're going to go with Greg McGowan, the 18-year-old pitcher. So we do draft McGowan out of Indiana high school. He did play in the showcase as we see here. He was one of the best pitchers in Indiana, won Indiana State Baseball Player of the Year, and I'm very, very excited to see what this kid can do. With our next pick, Mike Mewson. He seems like he is a potential steal. We do need bullpen help, so we are maybe Keith. Keith doesn't seem as big of a potential, but we're going to go with Michael Mewson, another 18-year-old. Now we're going to start. There are some guys. Derek Fox seems to be a very, very solid guy. At 21 years old, Texas-born kid. We could go with Rodney, maybe. Maybe Raphael. Sammy Gard. I think we're going to rock with Derek Fox from the University of TCU. I think we're going to rock with this guy. He's 22 years old, from Mexico, Jose Santo. His potential is high. We're going to go with Jackson Robertson because of his stamina, his velocity, and his arm. And I don't think we could go wrong with pitching. We're going to look at all-stars this year. We have a decent amount. Marcus Stroman, 11-3, a 3.26 ERA. We do have him for another year. He's definitely worth the signing. One of the best free agent pickups we've gotten. And Raciel Iglesias, who we also signed to a 2-year deal as well. He is slowly declining though, but he has 17 saves. He has blown 4, but still the 2.84 ERA. That is absolutely awesome. And look at this. 3 Nationals players. Matt Lehman, 83 games, 125 hits, 13 home runs, career high, and 52 RBIs, and hitting 360. That's what I want to see. Amazing, amazing stuff. Miles Dwyer, back-to-back all-star appearances for the young man. As he's played, he has 12 home runs, 55 RBIs, almost hitting 296. I don't know why his overall potential is going down, but I will be adding at least +1 to all these guys' attributes for being all-stars. And then Kyle Schwarber has hit 25 home runs, 73 RBIs, 297, a complete 180 from the last couple of years with the Phillies. We revived his career at 33 years old. And that's it. So we're going to definitely play the All-Star game with these guys. And apparently we're just going to play in Seattle every year as a glitch. But we finally have the All-Star uniforms. Not last year's, but this year's finally. So that's cool. Yeah, let me know if it's a glitch for you guys that literally every single year it's just in Seattle. Interesting. But nonetheless, it's really, really cool that Matt Lehman and Miles Dwyer both appear in the All-Star game. Also Schwarber, too. I got to give Schwarber some love as well. Kind of sucks that Kevin Soriano couldn't. I think he would have if he did not get hurt. But it is what it is. The fact that we have 5 All-Stars this year is insane. I mean, what a turnaround from what. And I understand that, every single year a team has to have a representative. But it's still amazing that, 2-3 years in. It's amazing 2-3 years into this, we already have 5. 5 All-Stars is now the benchmark for most All-Stars in the All-Star game. I mean, and I don't even think this team has reached its potential as Schwarber hits a bomb, but it's going to be an out. Now we're going to see what Matt Lehman can do as the switch hitter. I'm not going to lie, these jerseys are, I don't mind them. I wish they, did wear their old jerseys, their actual jerseys, but I think compared to last year's in Los Angeles, I mean, these jerseys are way, way better. But that's just my opinion. So, let me know your thoughts on it down in the comment section. Again, they're not the greatest uniforms, and I don't like that they have individual, but compared, I don't think that they're the worst jerseys in the world. I think that they're, pretty solid, but that's just me. As Miles Dwyer, he's back. I mean, what an incredible story he is. An undrafted guy, originally a right fielder, moved in to second base. I thought he was going to be, as that is going to be a flyout, that he was going to be. Schwarber is now up. Yeah, and Miles Dwyer, I think he was on pace to be the potential rookie of the year candidate when we were struggling and we called him up and he was hitting great and then broke his forearm. And then we didn't know what he was going to be last year because he was good, but we didn't have enough on paper to say, yeah, this is our second baseman for the future. And now we can clearly say that's our second baseman as Schwarber grounds out to end the fourth. Matt Lehman is up again. It's a 3-4 ball game. It's a very, very close ball game. But I'm just really, really proud of Miles coming from an undrafted guy to be a 2-time All-Star. I mean, it's somewhat like his dad. It's very weird. His dad was a guy drafted by the Reds really, really late. Then the Rule 5 with the Twins, and went on to have success as a Twin. And then here's Miles as a multiple time All-Star as well. And it's just a really, really cool story for the series as well that, we found an undrafted guy and he became a gem. I mean, it seems like always there's a gem. And, we can, in my Pirates, Diego Ramirez was an undrafted guy, became an MVP in his second year. He had a little bit of a rookie year, somewhat similar as Miles Dwyer hits it, and that's going to be a double easily for Miles. The AL All-Stars win 5-4 with a Julio Rodriguez grand slam. As we quickly take a look at the wild card position before we try to sign some of our draft picks, we're 48-44. One game behind the Cubs, a couple behind the Pirates, but one game up over the Cards, 1.5 over the Phillies, 4 over the Padres, Mets as well. Offered Greg McGowan and he said absolutely not. We tried to offer him. We also have TJ Berger decline as well. What about Jose Santo? He also declined. Very fun. Now it's time for contract extensions. Ryan Mountcastle, does he deserve a contract extension? I don't know. Griffin Cannon, I'm going to say maybe not, but we are going to give Clark Schmidt an extension. He says yes. Zach Plesac, I think I'm going to let him walk. Schwarber, who's playing at an MVP type of level, we're going to give him a 4-year deal, a 3-year deal, roughly $3.9 million. And to be an everyday guy, he says, yeah, all right, I can deal with that. That was a great, great deal. Let's try this again. Well, apparently, TJ Berger did finally sign with us. Jack Robertson, he has decided to sign with us. Derek Fox and Michael Musin are not ready yet. So I don't think I'm going to get Luis Urias a contract extension. He's kind of having a career low-ish year in Washington. I mean, it depends on how much he wants. Yeah, I'm not going to pay him $8 million. Sorry. Yu Chang, I am going to re-sign you to a 2-year deal. No, I'm going to let you walk. Tucker? No. Let's see what you want. $9.5 million to be in the rotation for 5 years. I think we're going to do a 1-year deal again because, like, he's not having a bad year in terms of ERA, but he's not having a good year either at 3-7. Zach Plesac. I'm gonna see what you want. It seems like you're kind of also out the door as well. Ryan Mountcastle, 8.2 to be the star. We can do a 1-year deal, $8.6 million. So we do lock up Ryan Mountcastle for another year. So that's huge. But before we end this episode, I guess I will show the stats. It's kind of a steal that we just bump up from 2.4 to 2.6, and Schwarber's playing at an MVP level. Dwyer, we got 2 more years left. But in terms of home runs, Schwarber's killing it. Then Mountcastle, who we're basically signing like $1 million and some change more at 29. Matt Lehman, he's been absolutely killing it. Career high. Luis is struggling. Miles Dwyer's killing it. Elijah Green seems like he has a career high. He's absolutely been killing it. Kevin Soriano's got 3 to 4 weeks left. I think he definitely would have been an all-star. But he was having a low year in terms of average. But again, he's also been hurt for a couple of months. Drew Gilbert, roughly hitting 200. I think he might be on the trade block to add another bullpen guy. Milt Benjamin's hitting 232, but I still have a lot of faith in him as well. Then Tyler Whittaker's been slowly getting it. He might start over Luis Urias in some other games next episode. Next episode, we will go through some of the Tigers, the Rays, and the Blue Jays series with player lock games, all that. And also slowly preview the trade deadline of what moves we're going to make. And I figured I would show you, this is really cool. Our highest was 64 wins, and we're already at 50 this year. We're 9 games back of the Braves, but still, that is absolutely awesome. We are in the driver's seat of this wild card race, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you guys think of the draft, and until next episode, you guys have a good one. Make sure you subscribe if you're new as well. Till next video, you guys have a good one. Peace.